Good afternoon, and today I want to talk about tomato plants. Now, please excuse the traffic, but we're not far from a traffic road. Anyway, what we do here is we have some nice tomatoes starting to grow, and when we transplanted, some of the tomatoes dropped off, so there's only one being supported there. But that's okay, because we got another one down here, and the plant's starting to take off again. And here's one down here. It's trying to grow. It's not doing too much though. So pruning your plant will help a little bit with sweating too much or growing greenery for multiple little tomatoes, or just a lot of greenery. So what we do is, let me check, there's a flower there, and what I do is just the smallest ones on that same branch, they're gone. No more competition from that. And there's one over here, so that's good. Do I do it to all of them? No. Here's a new bud cluster. There's another one with blooms. There's another one up there. So I leave them alone until they open out just a little bit more. Now we got a stem coming out over here. So what I do is just go right in there at the crack and pick that right out, and that'll heal. And here we lost the tomatoes except for a little tiny, I get shears and we'll cut that off because it's too woody to break off. And then on here we take the furthest out leaf and we're going to take that off. And it still has plenty of leaves, but it keeps the plant from over sweating in the UV. Here we're going to take off these little ones right in the center here. So I'm going to go in here and remove that. So that's good. So we got that. And we check down here. And we got a nice flower, secondary flowers, bloom on the top here. And we'll remove that. So that one's gone. And there's still plenty of them still wanting to come out. So since we have another wire up above, we'll let that one grow still. And some people let them bush more from the bottom. So we check and see what's going on down here. And anything touching the soil is usually a no-no, but as you can see, it rained last night, but the soil is like rock dry on the top. Airflow usually, but you got a branch coming from the bottom that's not right onto the plant itself. We'll let that one stay. Weeds. Normally I put some mulch in there. I will after I water, because the soil is drying out rapidly. And I even use the hole at the bottom of the container for leave an inch of water in the base so it doesn't just drain right out of the bottom. That's important. Holes right in the bottom is not good. You lose all your nutrients and water too fast. So got some more stuff here. Leaves that look stressed. Take that off. Check how many stems we have in here. And here's one right off the top of the other one. Leaves are kind of clustered. That's not producing anything. Anything starting to turn yellow, get rid of it. This is a healthy plant so far. It's got a little bit of sun scald on it from coming out, even though it was in the sun before we planted it in our window. But it's come back nicely, and it's got lots of blooms. And what we do is we don't try to trim off everything at once. We go away and come back and check it maybe later today when I'm watering. Until you get used to it, check it more often, and then check it less when you feel like it's doing good. And then we have one branch coming out, and it's going to head down because we don't have anything to hold it up. So if I can get a post to tie it to, I'll keep it. But take any branches off the side that come off of it, and let it go from there. But it's already growing an upright branch from the side right here, come off of the stalk. So we'll watch and see which one. If this one doesn't seem to be doing that much, we'll pinch out the top right here. Even though there's more flowers, we'll let that tomato stay, and we'll give it a chance to see what it's doing. It's got one here. We took that out. Right there at the node, there was a branch going to grow out of there. So we take that out. We might even take the one right here, which is, let's see, right in here. So make sure to check your plants often. Check your soil. Soil looks very dry. And we're going to fertilize today too, because all the rain leaches the fertilizer out of the soil. And gravity does the rest, especially in raised beds. So it all depends on how far away they are from a water source, and since it has an inch of water in the bottom at all times, that helps. The roots could actually go down there and use that as a backup. But to do that, it's got to be able to have a reliable source down there. But if there's holes in the bottom of your bucket, there won't be. So you got planters with just holes in the bottom. You don't want to get rid of them. Get some deep trays or some bowl or object that you can set it in that's at least a couple inches high, and let water set in it. I know that method, you worry about mosquitoes. Some people put pebbles in there or cover the tray somehow if you're worried about mosquitoes. So give me your thoughts on what you do for your tomatoes. Thanks.